Well, hey, and welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. This is Wednesday, June 5th, 2019, and this is your Wednesday Team Prosperity Training. I'm so excited to be here with everyone today. It's just an exciting time in the business and a great time of year. And excited to be here with everybody. I've got some announcements that I wanted to go over. There's lots and lots of exciting stuff happening. So I'll go ahead and get right into it. I know David's got some stuff that he wants to share, and then Mike's got a great presentation that he's put together for us that I can't wait to see. So we'll go ahead and jump in. Let me go ahead and pull up my announcements and start those from the beginning. So Hawaii. Every single year there's one or two Hawaii trips, and this year it's very exciting that they have upped the people that are going to be going up to 500 couples. It also includes a new category for brand new WFG agents. And of course, as always, this is measuring recruiting and production. So a lot of exciting stuff. You all should be getting a lot of emails about it. If you need this information, please let me know. I'd be happy to send it your way. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is next Monday. So this upcoming Monday, Monday the 10th, Julie, who is she's like the head of all of our Crump sales stuff. She's amazing. She's going to be doing a training mostly on annuities and a lot of changes that are happening. So we're extremely excited to have her. She's actually going to be doing it on our free conference call just like this. Mike is going to send out announcements. We're going to put it in the Facebook group. So that's this upcoming Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So we're really excited to see that presentation. We're going to record it. I think we should be able to share it within our team with the licensed people. So that's going to be exciting, but try to be there live. If you can make it, that would be great. The next thing is the other counterpart of the Transamerica training is going to be happening. Eric Han, who is actually Renee's partner. Renee did the training the other day from Transamerica. He's actually going to come in and train us on annuities and a whole different subject matter about Transamerica. And that's going to be happening on next Wednesday. So Wednesday the 12th at our regular Team Prosperity meeting like this. We're very excited to have him as well. A lot of great new information that's been coming out that we definitely want to stay on top of and be fluent in. So we're very excited about that as well. Of course, Legacy Shield, Learn Legacy Shield. It's going to be a great door opener. And then let us know if you're going to the Green Carpet event in July. If you are, we definitely want to see you there. There's a few different hotel options, and we definitely want to meet up. So, give us a heads up, drop us an email, let us know that you're going to go, so we can definitely look forward to seeing you there. That was all that I had for today. David, if you would like to star 6, I know that you had some stuff that you wanted to discuss for a few minutes. You can go right ahead.
Thank you, Ms. Alana. Good morning to everybody, or good noon or afternoon to everybody on the East Coast. I hope all's doing well. Can you all hear me?
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Go right ahead. Go for it.
Just a couple tidbits for everybody. We know that the Tier 1 contact call says, are you open to a solid business project? Words mean something, and words changing the word means something. I stopped using the word project. Are you open to a solid business opportunity? Whoa. Just changed everything. I now get people calling me back when I leave a voicemail. Oh my God, nobody wants to know about a project, but they want to know about an opportunity. I might want to share that with the founders of the company because I think it should be changed. It really makes a difference. Words do make a difference. Everything we do and we say to people makes a difference. People who, and look, I've been using salesjobs.com every day. And I'm talking to people that have talked to other people. I don't know who they are. They're not even asking me, and it's okay. But there's a lot of misinformation we're giving people based on what I'm listening to people. One guy was on the phone with him. Oh, this person sold to me that all she does is recruit. She doesn't sell anything. She doesn't. Well, that's not the truth. Even though you're just recruiting, we do sell products. This guy was very confused. He watched the videos. It's really not for him because all he's looking for is a fixed expense platform to be able to do it. He doesn't want to build. I told him he can come in. But then he started hemming and hawing about this, and I said, look, I guess it's really not for you. But that's not the point. The point is we've got to all know exactly what we're saying to people. Listen, while we're building this business, we've got to do business. I don't care what you tell me. The circle does work. Yes, we all get a training sale. We deserve it. If you don't think you deserve a training sale for all the hard work, then you really don't belong here either because you deserve it. I got a guy coming in. He had no problem on Friday. I had a lady I just got on this morning on an ABC call. She's a stay-at-home grandmother. She hurt her arm. She would have come in this week, but she's going to the doctor so she can maybe use her arm to use the computer. But her big gripe is that she never got trained before, even in all these agencies. Understand, nobody trains better than Virtual Financial. Nobody for the people who want to engage. Again, you get people that step up to the plate, they do nothing. It happens. It's going to happen more. It's going to happen less. But I believe if you're smarter about who you're talking to and understand that the world of social media, we're going to bring it to you very shortly. I'm taking a flight tomorrow, so might as well let everybody know that I'm going to be with Mike and Alana tomorrow, third Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and we're going to be doing some incredible work in the back room to try to help everybody get this thing moving forward. As again, I told you, all this information I'm learning is very painful for me. It just is hard. It's way out of my league, I'm learning it. It's not easy. I've spent hours doing it, hours in the evenings, hours in the weekend, and I'm still stuck. And Mike's been helping me collaboration with ScreenMail, but joining screens, but it's going to be much better to be in person, and we can knock this thing out and get it running, and I'll be test piloting that. Look, everybody, the next step after the circle, after the launch 20, after the 5 referrals, and they will work. You really got to use that. The pivot does work. It does work. Remember, you want to make sure that the people can even qualify for anything, because to send a potential client to a financial advisor, to a person that is working, not working, living at home with mom, that's a waste of time for that financial advisor. It just is. That's point 2. Point 3, please do your walk of life. Talk to your people about living benefits. Get out there. Those of us who are in the health insurance industry, write these words down if you have clients. You want to start using the words, the most amount of benefits for the least amount of money, but be prepared for a catastrophic event in your life. Well, guess who has the catastrophic plan? Living benefits. You're missing the boat. There are many people out there, many, many people. It's a conversation. And always use the word, let's see if you qualify. Even if you don't take a conditional receipt, even if don't need the money at the moment. We all need the money at the moment. But what I'm telling you right now takes the fear out of everything. We're not going to exchange any money today. We're going to go through the process. It's going to be very simple and very easy, what we're going to talk about. And let's see if you qualify. Wow. That takes the stress out of everything for everybody. Every client you'll ever talk to. You got to see if they qualify. And the living benefits not everybody gets. But why not take the shot? I have pulled up, I started in the health insurance business. I pulled up all my old files. I'm starting to make phone calls to people I haven't talked to in 3 and 4 and 5 years because I really let go of my health insurance because I'm too busy doing this. I don't care about the health insurance part in the life. Who knows where that's going? Who knows where it's going to be? All I can tell you is I know where the life insurance industry is going to be. It's staying here. It's not going anywhere. And so is the annuity business. People our age, my age, you should be talking to people also an insight about how they can move money to save taxes and have income for life. People my age are not worrying about dying. We're worried about running out of money before we die. And I'm going to tell you as a fact, I lived in Laguna Woods Village in Orange County, and I knew many people in their mid to late 80s that ran out of money and they're starving. We need to stop this crisis. We need to turn it around and you need to talk to people correctly. Big business out there, everybody. We're missing opportunities just to talk to people. It's a conversation. Don't make it any more. Be an educator. Don't be a salesperson. I don't sell a thing. People ask me, well, you're selling. I'm not selling it to you. I represent hundreds of carriers. I'm going to find you the best 2 or 3 products that are available for you. That's how you talk to people. That's how you will gain their confidence, especially when you are virtual. They don't see you. You've got to gain their confidence. You've got to gain their trust. And if you've done business with these people before, you've already got a leg on them. They've already trusted you. How could you not want to talk to those people? And so anybody's out there, and this isn't pointed at one person in particular, it's pointed at everybody here. If you've done health insurance, you should be on the phone with every one of your clients and talking about upgrading to living benefits and seeing if they qualify. Don't take any money up front. Let's see what happens. This will help all of us get to Hawaii. Everyone on this call, I want to see us all there. We have a chance, a big chance. So I suggest do whatever you want to do. I always tell that to people. I can't control you. I won't. But I'm giving you advice that can put money in your pocket. Take your spouses to Hawaii on a first-class trip. I intend on being there. I don't care whatever it takes to be there. I'm going to make it happen. I hope all of you do, and I hope we see everybody there, because I know one thing. This will be a first-class trip. Not only they take us there, but they put money in your pocket to go spend. What an incredible time, and I might want to stay a couple extra days. And again, who cares? We're virtual. Last thing I want to say is, in July, I'm going to Green Carpet Days. I'm going to be there. I hope to see some of my teammates there. It's an important time for all of us. And then you're going to see me be the virtual boomer, because from there I'm going to Charleston, South Carolina, see some friends, and I'm going to work. Then I'm driving up to D.C. to see other friends, and I'm going to work. And I'm going to New York with my better half, and she's going to visit her friends, and I'm going to work. And then I'm going back to my hometown for 6 weeks, and I'm going to work, because I want to see family and friends back there that I haven't seen. And those of you who know where I come from understand that temple that got shot up 6, 7 months ago, 7-11 of those people were my friends. I got to get back to see family and friends. It's important. But I'm going to be working from there. Remember, you're selling a lifestyle. Could I have done this in a brick and mortar? Impossible. This gives me the opportunity to be anywhere I want to be, do business, create business, and build teams from wherever I am. You're going to follow me. I'm going to do a lot of share videos, show you where I'm going, what I'm doing, and we're going to prove it to the world that you can be anywhere you want to be and do business through this virtual platform. Nothing like it ever, ever, ever. Don't quit. Don't even think about the words quitting. Move forward. Put a little bit of extra effort into it every day. I promise you all, the rewards you will reap the benefits at the end of the day. I know where we're going. I have the faith in our leadership of our company. I certainly have the faith in Mike and Alana. Have some faith in me that I've learned a lot through them and through the inner circle of the company. We're going places. Follow the system. We'll get you on the back end, but keep it roaring, keep it going, bring new people into the company, bring new breath, and hire up, everybody. Don't hire down. Look for people that are better than you. I am now. I'm talking to a guy from Morgan Stanley. He's tired of going in with tie. He's even thinking to bring all this business over to WealthWave. I have a second meeting with him on Friday. It gets really cool. I've got another tier 2 with a 66-year-old man who's got an agency, no kids, no wife, no nothing. He's got 2 assistants. He's going to bring them into the business after he comes in on Friday, because he wants to leave a legacy to them. Take notes. Listen to people's dreams and their wants. We can help fulfill them. Thank you very much, Lana and Michael. Take it away, Mr. Michael Amos.
Wow, inspirational words from David Chase. Thank you so much. And we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow and working on some back-end marketing legs and new things for the team. So anyways, let me grab Mike.
All right, you guys, remember, this is a weird time for a meeting. We have a lot of these meetings that are recorded being accessed through the emails that we sent out or through the Facebook or the YouTube channel. So just remember, if you are available on recordings, and we try to put some good stuff in these Wednesday meetings to help you build your business, reinforce the fact that you made a good decision to be part of our organization, and just anything that we can possibly do to help you. If you take a couple of things out of every meeting, week after week after week, that tool belt, really starts to build up. You get better and better and better at what you do. So let's go through some things today that hopefully can help you guys. One of the things that you need to always be asking yourself is why. Why are you doing this? Why would the person coming in want to do this? Why is the backbone of the reasons that people take action? It's the motivation. It creates the vision. It drives the execution on the backside. So when you look at this, why does your organization do what it does? And that's an important reason, because that's going to move you forward. That's going to give you a mission statement. That's going to reinforce the values of what we have as an organization, what you have as a personal brand. And it's a lot easier to go out there and do what you need to do when you know why you need to do it. One of the reasons that we're doing what we do is we're trying to change the paradigm of the life cycle, because I've seen this in my lifetime with my family. It's the life cycle. When you're young, you have time but no money. When you're in the working, life cycle part of, the overall entire process, you have energy and money, but you have no time. And then as you get older, it's always putting stuff off. When we retire, we're going to do this. You have the money and time, but no energy, or there are health problems. So what we are trying to inject into today's society is the ability to go out and instantly attain a lifestyle and a time freedom, work towards financial freedom. So we're trying to change the way people look at the life cycle and what they need to do in order to get more out of their life. Remember, the 12-week year that we do is geared around getting the most you can out of the day, extracting whatever value you can out of the day, and getting more done over a 12-week period than most people do an entire year. Same thing here with our business model. We're trying to allow people to get more out of their life than they possibly ever could imagine in doing the normal cycle of the W-2, saving for retirement, getting to retirement, and really have nothing to fall back on. So this platform, in my opinion, is a good representation of the American dream. It's the ultimate equalizer. It gives everybody a voice and the platform to anybody willing to work hard and engage. What matters and what doesn't matter. Remember, our platform doesn't care about your race, your sexuality, your gender. It really rewards entrepreneurial and leadership development. You get a lot of help in the beginning with the hope that from that help, you start to build your business and you can start to take on other roles and pay it forward. And we create a nice, uniform, collective community across this country that disrupts a very, very large industry. So some of the things that came out of the WHAM groups last week, we have all the infrastructure and partners to scale a business nationally and eventually internationally. This is a huge advantage for the right people. They should see that instantly. Always protect the company as well as the brand. People are going to circle back, whether it's clients or partners. Don't burn bridges. Be solution-based in your marketing and consulting. If you solve people's problems, you'll open and close more conversations. This business is not hard, but it's not easy. The business model is easy to understand, but when there are human beings involved in anything, you've got to understand human psychology, how to interact and react with the marketplace. And the crowd, who we refer to as the masses, are always wrong. History proves them wrong time and time again. You cannot let the noise of the masses affect your vision, how you proceed. Remember, everybody's going to end up as a statistic, like we've been talking about. You want to be on the side with the minority who find success. Vision plus motivation plus execution. If you understand your partner persona, it becomes a lot easier to find and talk to people that you want to be talking and marketing to. Be honest with yourself about how things are going, what you're doing, what results those are getting. If they're not getting the results you're looking for, revamp, rebuild your approach until you find something that works and repeat that. If something's not working for a period of time and you continue to do that expecting different results, it's definition of insanity. Be brave, be bold. Most all of the growth, whether it's personal, business, in your life, is going to come outside the comfort zone. Different types of marketing have different types of expected contact rates. So remember that. If you're out in the cold market, that's one thing. If you're in the warm market, social media, you have to evaluate all your marketplaces and understand that if you're using non-paid marketing, there's still a price that you have to pay, and that comes in the form of non-monetary metrics. That's just, more calls that you have to make. So understand there's a price that you pay for everything, and understand there's going to be different types of contact rates and conversion rates coming from different marketplaces. Value-based marketing is a great way to get conversations open. We're going to be working on this over the summer with a lot of other automation tools and some other stuff in social media that can really help your business go on an automated nature and produce some things without you having to do so much manual entry on your side. Tips, tutorials, guides, cheat sheets, all of these things that you can give away for free can help open conversations, and we're going to help you do that. One of the things that we're trying to help you guys is with product knowledge, and I firmly believe that this is a great time to be studying annuities. So we've got, like Alana said, Transamerica, as well as Julie Stewart from Crump next week to go over some annuity information with us. The reason is market volatility is back in a big way. You don't have to understand the inner mechanics of the stock market. An easy way to understand it is when you get a yo-yo type chart pattern in the market where it can't decide which way it wants to go, and the movements are swift, violent to the upside and the downside, that's a leading indicator there's some problems to come in the marketplace. It would essentially be like if you woke up one day, had sky-high blood pressure, the next day had ultra-low blood pressure. Day in, day out, it might not be a huge problem, but overall there's a significant health issue that you need to get addressed. Same thing with the markets right now. It has a significant health issue. And when you look at, for example, the Wealth Wave material they put out, and you talk about the trillions of dollars that's going to be on the move over the coming years, some of that needs to go into the annuity marketplace. The more you learn about the products, the more that you can effectively, open conversations, communicate in an intelligent, effective, articulate way that makes sense with people, the more, engagement, the more influence you can put over that engagement and sell product. You've got, let's say that, you've got a 55-year-old that wants to retire at 65. Well, in my opinion, over the next 8 to 10 years, there is a 100% chance of a market crash. We're, way overdue. The market usually collapses about 47% every 10 years. We're in one of the longest bull markets in history. So to go out another decade off this decade-long bull market, is ludicrous to think that there will not be a crash. People cannot recover from crashes later, getting close to that retirement timeline. So the more you understand about markets, the more you understand about our products, our strategies, our vehicles, and how to implement those in people's lives to get them what they want, it's a lot easier to sell product. Also, one of the things that you want to make sure that that you're doing is continue to educate yourself. One of the places I would start on social marketing systems is in VFG Pro. Right down here, you've got a bunch of stuff that you can go through, learn about, and then from that learning process as you're reviewing stuff, if you have questions about it, you need clarification, that's what we're here for. But spend a little bit of your time each week, learning new things, developing new skill sets. It's going to greatly help you. And really what you should know for the business is the business opportunity. What is virtual financial? How do you frame the conversation on the client and the partner side? The tier system and the language, the base shop guidelines versus the standard or fast track, our 2 best-selling products, how to effectively use the CRM, and the marketing system and marketing approach. Those are the basic guidelines of the infrastructure, the backbone. If somebody comes in, they should really concentrate on developing. And then from that point, you learn more about the business, the managerial, the advanced concepts, more about the products, but this is the backbone of what you need when you come in. And remember, we always talk about follow-up. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but fortune is in the follow-up. Whether you are in sales, whether you're in building, doesn't matter. If you're out there producing content, putting out landing pages, and you have people responding back to that, you need to get in front of those people as quickly as possible to resolve the lead. Remember, it doesn't mean that the lead itself is any greater quality. It just means your ability to resolve that lead when you get in front of these people as quickly as possible is greater. And that's all we ask you to do. Create, resolve leads. You're going to find what you're looking for. Also, guys, remember the system. The system allows the average to become great. It allows the great to build, huge distribution channels around the country, but it allows the average to come in and be great, build a business, and attain a level of lifestyle they had dreamed about that maybe they could not have attained without the system, without the assembly line, without the upline management help. So always remember, this is not only for you. One of the reasons I came into this company is the platform allows me to raise up entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial mindset of people to get to their goals and dreams. And that's a big part of what I want to do as a lifelong serial entrepreneur. One of the opportunity to give back, this gives me the opportunity. So never forget, it's not only for you, this is for a lot of different types of people that are going to come in your organization. And really, guys, one of the things that it starts with is the tier language. You need to understand when you're putting things on the calendar, how to label it, and you need to understand when you're going through the process what exactly you're doing. So remember, that tier 1 contact is just an open invitation to take a look at what our company's doing to this very large industry, which leads down to the videos. The confirmation call is just a confirmation call to make sure they, A, watch both videos, and if they did, what did they like most about it? It's going to be a filter. Remember, if they can't remember anything, didn't like anything, sound half dead, conversation's pretty much done. Now, if there is interest there, product, business, it doesn't matter, you send them over to an ABC call. And that ABC call with an experienced manager really is going to straddle both sides of the fence, partner as well as client. Now that we do have the pivot, we're able to take maybe a person who doesn't fit into what we're looking for through that interview process and try to convert them over to a client. Now, remember, the pivot's important. Don't just pivot because everything doesn't line up. I did an ABC this morning, and the reason that we didn't move forward with the tier 2 is she's in between jobs. She doesn't have any money. So if that's the case, we're not going to pivot to a tier 3 F&A client because it doesn't make any sense. She got great education, great background, great vision, great mindset. She was approved through the interview process. It was just a financial, thing at this time. Now, if you get through the ABC call as a manager and there's interest from our side, but maybe the interest isn't high enough from their side to initiate that welcome to the tier 2 appointment, then we do a tier 1 commit. We've got the VIP or we've got the compensation video that we send out. We schedule a follow-up call. The tier 1 commit is a very quick phone call. You've had the interview. You've seen the extra material. You were approved from our side. What do you want to do? And then, of course, the tier 2 admin enrollment process gets them set up. The tier 3, whether it's a partner or a client, is the front end of a consultation. The tier 4, the manager helps set up the CRM, get some things in place. The tier 5, whether it's a partner or a client, is the back end of the F&A, the presentation report, making recommendations. And the tier 6 on the partner side is the launch of your business. So understand the language. You don't have to understand the inner mechanics of each step, especially in the beginning. You'll get there, but understand how we flow, what each step is, and be able to correctly label it on the calendar. Also, the tier 6, it's the launch of the business. It's not a punishment. It's there to help you try to make money. So as your partners come in, my philosophy is if you aren't willing to put in 20 people who might be interested in a business opportunity or you think might be needing our product or F&A side, the client side, so to speak, it's going to be really tough for you to go out on social media, the cold market. And also remember, a big part of what we try to do with the Launch 20 campaign is get some money in the pocket of that new partner. That reinforces they made a good decision. There's nothing more motivating in life than getting that direct deposit for X amount. Reinforces, reinvigorates, gets them excited about the opportunity. So as a manager, if you've got somebody coming in, we go through the process and launch do the Launch 20, and you're not getting notes, the first day, you've got to follow up with those people and say, what's going on? Because this is a leading indicator. If you can't do a minimal amount of work on the front end, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to do the things that you need to on a daily basis to build this business. One of the things that we really want to stress going forward is accountability. So if your partners let us know what they're doing, it's a lot easier for us to correct, identify problems. It's a lot easier for you to build your core group because now you've got somebody raising their hand going over and beyond saying, yes, I'll do this. Yes, I'll join the 12-week group. That, in your mind, should initiate, more contact, more communication, more help for that person. Helps kind of separate the crowd of who's ultra serious about making this happen. And really it's the, LinkedIn requests, new connection messages, intro marketing emails, if you are sending intro text messages, if you're not doing some of this stuff, it's okay. Just put zeros. Video 1, follow-up calls, prospects reached, ABC calls through the tier system will be something that it doesn't matter. For example, if I do an ABC call for you, it doesn't go on my sheet, it goes on your sheet. It's direct activity. If Alana does a tier 2, it goes on your sheet, doesn't go on her sheet. So remember, all of this tier activity, regardless of where you are in the assembly line and what you actually do, it counts as direct activity if it belongs to you. A couple of new things in the CRM, well, not exactly new. This has been here for a while, but the why. We talked about, we open with why are you doing this? You know, why does our organization do what we do? Why is your prospect on the client or the partner side, what is their why? It helps us from a managerial perspective when we're going through interviews, when we're talking to potential clients. You know, why is it they want to either meet with a financial advisor? Why is it they're looking to come in this company? And then finally, we have we're married, children, 30 plus years of age, employed. This helps our consultants because those data points are key. It shows that, you know, when you have all of these points in place, it shows they're committed, they're obligated, they're domesticated, so to speak, and they're more in the, not the partner persona, but the client persona of who we're looking to speak with that can make financial moves, that probably need to make financial moves we can help with. Now, on the other side, it also helps us evaluate, you know, commitment as a partner. So if they've got all these data points as a potential partner, it shows us they're a little bit more settled in their life and they can probably go out and do this versus somebody, you know, maybe who doesn't have 4 out of those 5 checkpoints right there. Also, guys, one of the things that you have to realize is every day that you're posting on LinkedIn, they're seeing your photo. So if your photo is not good, it's worth taking a little time, you know, dressing up, doing whatever you need to do, take 20, 30 pictures, going through those, take out a good one and uploading it because this is really what people see every day. So if you've got terrible pictures, it doesn't bode well for your ability to influence, engage an audience. So remember, if you got a bad picture, just take a little bit of time, take 20 pictures or so, go through that, find one that you think that you're satisfied with, that you like, and make sure that those go on your social media platforms and profiles. Very, very important. That's your first impression. We're not in a physical world with our model. And remember, guys, when you're out there talking to people, you know, some people, especially in today's environment, capitalism is under attack. And you've got a lot of people that think that, oh, you know, the people who are out there really working their butts off, investing blood, sweat, and tears into a business, there's something wrong with that person. It's okay to be successful. It's okay to be successful in a big way. Don't let anybody ever tell you differently about that. So when you're looking at how do you come out on top, you've got to evaluate what do you need to do. And one of the things you first need to do is think big. Remember, staying small costs you money, it costs you dreams, it costs you goals. So don't let anybody minimize your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. Continue to think big because unselfish people grow their business. Selfish people do not. Remember, you give back. Digital marketing organization. We are a DMO. We have great partnerships. We have great infrastructure. But really the key to this business is in digital marketing. Digital marketing is a huge, explosive industry in itself. And then you combine that with one of the largest industries in the world. There's a dynamic opportunity to create a lot of leverage through a very cash-plus industry with the ability to create a lot of velocity and exponential reach through your assets and what you do. Digital disruption is a real thing. We're not trying to prove that. If somebody doesn't believe in digital disruption, cut the conversation short real quick. We're just applying that blueprint to a very large industry that creates massive opportunity. So if you find yourself needing to explain what digital disruption is and how it's affected somebody's life since the year 2000, probably not the right person you need to be talking to. We're on the forefront of innovation, technology, speed, velocity. We've got everything in our corner. We're still in the early stages of this, guys. We're getting ready to hit an inflection point with a lot of growth. This is still an early stage. So you want to view this as a digital land grab. Set your organization, set your agencies up nationwide, and watch when this really goes viral, the amount of growth and the amount of money that starts to come your way. We always talk about the disruption, how it works, how it affects other industries. And if you look at this pyramid of disruption right here, we have the ability to build a very, very, very large company that's measured in billions. So don't forget about not the disruption, but also don't forget or don't neglect the fact that the disruption applied to this size industry is a huge wealth building opportunity. Can't do new things with old ways of thinking. So if you got somebody out there and they're trying to tell you how they did it in 1985, it doesn't matter, guys. We're doing something new. It's going to take a little bit of feeling around, trailblazing, but there's a lot of advantages that. Yes, you have to trailblaze, but also you've got the advantages of being out in front of the crowd, and we continue to innovate and develop from our side to continue to have that lead and increase that lead over our competition. Now, this is one of the things that's most frustrating about building a business like this is when you're in disruptive innovation, when you're doing something, most of the masses are going to tell you if they don't understand it, they're going to tell you it won't work, or they're going to tell you some other reason why, what they're doing, in this industry or outside this industry is better. And after a while, you start feeling like you're on the twilight zone. But you've got to reinforce the fact every day that you're right, they're wrong, and you'll prove them wrong in a big way. Disruption's been proved over and over and over again, and every naysayer or non-believer at each one of those points of disruption always proved wrong. So remember, you're right, they're wrong. It feels like you're on they're there with you. There's more of us out there. When the pyramid scheme comes up or the MLM comes up or all of this stuff, most people don't even know what they're talking about when they reference a pyramid scheme, MLM. Remember, most of the W-2 jobs out there, that's a pyramid scheme. You have the bottom, which is the hardworking employees, the team leaders, supervisors, middle management, vice president, president, CEO. The chance that a hardworking employee will reach CEO status is basically 0%. So when you look at, an opportunity like this, and this is no different than what a real estate broker does, when they set up infrastructure offices that the agents access, they take a piece of the business. We're setting up the infrastructure. We're setting up the assets. We're training, supporting through the assembly line. We're filling in the roles they don't want. It's far from a pyramid scheme, guys. This is an excellent opportunity for anybody to come in and achieve the same compensation structure, the same money that the top leaders on this platform have. Also, remember, business can be revolutionary or business can be like everything else. When you're revolutionary, that means you innovate, you stand alone. Everything else means you have to compete. And in an industry that's this old, I don't want to compete here. So I want to stand alone. I want to have my pick of partners coming in. I want to be able to go out and reach clients in a new way that gives me reach, that gives me advantages, that breaks out the inefficiencies, the fat of what other people are doing, and puts me on a pedestal above any quote-unquote competitor that might think they have a chance. Another thing you have to realize is your business model is not always going to be immediately recognized and rewarded. And, Amazon right here, they went through a period of time, remember in the early 2000s, the mid-2000s, all of these time periods right here, Amazon basically flatlined. You had 9/11, you had the NASDAQ bubble. There's a lot of things going on. If you stay true to your business model, stay true to your vision, always revisit your why, eventually your business model, if it's correct and the innovation is accepted in the marketplace, will be rewarded in a big way. So remember, through this period of time, Amazon didn't falter. They didn't fluster. They stayed with their model, and eventually they were rewarded in a big way. Same thing here. You're not always going to get the rewards you're looking for up front. It will come in time, though. Your business will come from the build out of your organization, the community, the company. So understand what David was referencing earlier, like I only do recruiting. Well, that needs to be rephrased. I'm in a non-sales roles, and the sales roles are picked up by other people on the assembly line. Because it's true. If all you do is recruit, if there's no sales made, it doesn't matter. We had, everything last month from, I think an $18 term to a $500,000 annuity. So it's across the board in sales, and sales are going to come from that build out. That's how you find business partners. That's how you find clients. It comes from that tier 1 contact. Also remember, 7 to 10 business partners is your core group. We're not talking about you need 500 people here to make this really go. 7 to 10 is the core group. It's got to be the right 7 to 10, and you're going to have to bring in a number above that to get to that number. That's really all you're looking for. And then if you want to take it a step further, as the build out goes, Your job is to develop and promote people to senior vice presidents. That's how they find what they're looking for, and that's how you find the distribution channels that you're looking for that builds the cash flow assets that allows you to walk away from here. 3 is what you're looking for. 3 senior vice presidents per year. If you can develop that, watch out. The velocity, the reach, the growth, the money, it's going to be a big windfall coming your way. But remember, guys, that all starts with you. So if you're not a senior vice president, that first senior vice president is you. Can't get to the other ones until we get to you. So understand where you are in the cycle, understand where you are in the business growth, and concentrate on what's right ahead of you. At SVP, I mean, you've got a top contract, you're running an office on your own, you're building ownership, you're creating distribution, you're eligible for the monthly, the quarterly bonuses, you're working on a 6-figure income, you're working on a huge asset for cash flow. You need to be working directly with the people who want this and are putting forth the required effort. You can't work with everybody, especially as your team gets bigger. So you've got to put people in certain slots. The people that deserve your time are going to be at the top, and they're going to come to the top by showing you, I'm working hard, I'm using all the assets, I'm doing what you're telling me to do, I'm on the WAM groups, I'm in the accountability sheet. You know, we've got different things that allow you to evaluate where your partners are and who to invest the time in that's going to get you a return as well as that partner. $6,250 in monthly premium over a 3-month period of time. That's $2,100 average a month, roughly $70 a day. So once you've got 25 partners, whether it's on the standard or the fast track, both have the same reductions and requirements for SVP, 25 licensed agents in your office and 75,000 annual points over a 3-month period of time, which, like I said, $6,250 a monthly premium, an average of $2,100 a month, or $70 a day. $70 a day is an average term policy. These numbers are not hard to hit. If you're working on SVP, you should always have kind of a real-time rolling number of what your 90 days is. And we've mapped out a blueprint to show you guys step-by-step how to create senior vice presidents. So when somebody comes in, they do a phase 1 exchange. If it's fast track, it gets them to agency manager. Now the only thing they're concentrated on the rest of the time, they owe nothing else forevermore, they work on building. They bring in 3 people who do the same thing, phase 1 qualifiers, build the additional team by 3 more phase 1 qualifiers. So at this point, you've got yourself, you've got a total of 6 phase 1 qualifiers. Now you just help 5 of those 6 qualify for phase 2, just like you did at vice president, and that's really it. If you can follow this map in your head and kind of visualize how to build an organization based around this, it becomes a lot easier. And yes, you're going to have client sales coming in, you're going to have referral sales coming in, but ultimately, this is a guide about how you do it. So if you start somebody here and you get them through here, that's a senior vice president. You do that a few times a year and you start to build offices around the country, that's where the distribution starts to kick in. And remember, your exchange is one time, and that creates leverage for every exchange in the future. So what does that leverage do? Well, it gets you paid in the future for your efforts, but it also, fuels organizational growth as those points start to come in. So if you're at a point right now where you've been here a while and you've got a small team or whatever it is that's going on right now, you should always, always be reviewing. Take a look at your organization, your recent recruits, ask yourself a question, be honest. Is this the best you can do? Because if it's not, it's always easy to go back, review, revamp, do things differently because like we said, if we're going to do the same thing over and over and over again, get the same type of people in, expect different results, definition of insanity. So if the people that are coming to your organization aren't making it, let's review what's going on and let's make sure we pinpoint that partner persona of who we're looking for. And that really starts with what type of work environment does this person prefer? If a person likes to go to an office, check in at 9, check out at 5, get paid weekly, go home, watch TV, that's fine. That's most of the people out there. So who makes the best partners for us? It's not even close, guys. It's entrepreneurs that want to build an online business. Entrepreneurs have special skill sets. People that are looking to build an online business understand what it takes as far as getting landing pages, websites, infrastructure up. They also understand how to evaluate a marketplace. Is the product needed or wanted? What's the size of the industry? That's the people we're looking for. Entrepreneurs that want to build online businesses. I don't care if they come from insurance, real estate, any other sector or industry. It matters to us, what are they looking to do? Because these people understand what it takes to build a business. And that's the mindset. If you don't have the right mindset, or if you don't hire the right mindset coming in, then it's going to be problematic to build something that actually takes root. And one of the first things we got to understand is, where is this person and where do they want to be? If they don't understand the importance of moving to the right-hand side of the cash flow quadrant, probably not going to be a good partner. It doesn't matter, employed, self-employed, doesn't matter where they are now. I want to know, where do they want to go and how we're going to get there. That helps us. And remember, guys, always, 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 we talk about the masses, 95% of the people, 5% of the wealth, 5% of the people, 95% of the wealth. You're going to be a statistic. Your partner is going to be a statistic. We want to be in the minority, because that's where we find success. And once again, are they looking for a job? This is not it. They're looking for a job. If they want to be paid W-2 salary or income to come in, do something and leave, definitely not it. Now, if they are working a job, they don't like that job, and they're looking to make that transition to be an entrepreneur, that's a different story. We're looking for people who want to build a business. That's it. If you're looking to build a business, I want to talk to you. If you're looking for a job, it's not the right fit. Doesn't mean that, I'm right, you're wrong, that you're doing something that you shouldn't be. You're doing what you're comfortable doing. You're doing what your mindset wants you to do. I'm looking for people of a different caliber, of a different mindset. And when you look at that, if you want to build a business, well, what do we have here? Well, the middle class is critically underserved. Most people desire to be more financially fit, just don't know how to. They're not making mistakes because they want to. They're making mistakes because they don't know how to make the right choices. And most people desire to have greater career engagement. When you look at that opportunity, there's a lot of money there. Whether it's the client, the partner side, you have an unbelievable opportunity in a very large industry to go out there, make a ton of money, but also have a huge positive ripple effect on the people you come across and influence. We're not doing anything that's going to damage the other side that we're working with. There's upside to our products. There's upside to our business opportunity for the right type of person. And one of the things we always need to be making sure as an entrepreneur, which is one of the main people that we're looking for, entrepreneurs know how to invest in their business. Time, energy, resources, and that's studying. This is digital marketing. This is a new era, a new environment. You're willing to take a portion of your time per week, study new platforms, learn new things, learn new techniques, put them into play, see what works, what doesn't work. You're going to come head and shoulders above even the people that are unwilling to do this in the rest of our company. Attract, engage, convert. That's really what social media is all about. So if you're talking to a potential partner and they don't have a lot of social media presence, that in itself is not a big deal. Myself, Alana, we had 0 social media when we came in. That's not the killer. The killer is if somebody says, I have 0 desire to work on social media. I would never open a social media account. Well, you're missing out on a big audience that you get to go out and build, engage, influence over time. So one of the things that we're looking for are people willing to go out and try new things. If they're not, you're probably going to fail at this business, because you can't, like we said, have a new model and continue to do the old things that everybody else does in this industry. So you have to step up to the plate and be willing to, over a little bit of time, weeks and months, put some stuff into play that's not going to have an immediate result. Remember, guys, a lot of what you're doing now might find value 14, 16, 18 months later. But if you're not willing to do what you need to now, you'll never get to the backside of that value. I quit. This is really, something that you'll experience as you build a business. And, people, the number one reason why I see people quit is because in the very beginning, right after training, all of a sudden it hits them like a train. Oh my God, this is going to take work. I believe that some people think they're just going to come in, sign up, and everything starts to work automatically with deposits hitting their account. Now that sounds crazy to us, and as crazy as that sounds, you have to be able to get rid of those people early in the conversations. Don't be afraid to be brutally honest with people. You're not bringing in people to have a number on the board and everybody cheer for that number. A number coming in, a partner coming in, has some value, but if it's not the right partner, you didn't do the correct job on the front end to bring them in through the process of making sure it's a fit for both sides, it's going to be a long, tedious process for you, and you're going to find that you're working really hard with little to no results. So be honest about what this is. Don't bring people in all false pretenses. understand it's an entrepreneurial opportunity. It takes work, takes sweat equity, takes grit, and it takes a certain vision to get this done. Simplicity. This is really what it's all about. You're not overpowering an ABC call with a bunch of information about our model, our technology, our platform. These are one-on-one interview conversations where each party, we're not overpowering. They get to ask questions. We get to ask questions to see if it's a good fit from both sides. A major part of the manager's position in this is to ask questions, listen, and get the information that we need to make an educated decision. You know, how, what, why, who, when, where. Ask questions, get the answers. That's going to lead you to the decision that you ultimately need to make. And it also shows interest in the other party. When you're overpowering the conversation and just cramming stuff down their throat, it's off-putting to the other side because you're not showing any interest in them. And ultimately, what you want to redo or what you want to learn to do is reverse engineer. Where does someone want to be? How can they get where they want to be? Are they currently on an avenue or a path to get there or even close to get there? What's it going to take? How should they proceed? Remember, why should somebody do anything? And if you know why you're doing it and why they should be doing it, it's a lot easier to have a conversation. If the why is not strong enough on their side, that's problematic because that why provides the vision, the motivation that drives execution. If it's not strong enough, it's easy to drift and quit. We want to build a legacy. We want to have charitable contributions. We want to travel. Whatever it is that we want to do, that's what you got to remind yourself every single day. And remember, when you're talking to people, another thing that is a quick filter is, do they understand the difference between linear income and leveraged income? If they are currently working, whether that's a job, working as an insurance agent, building a book of business, if they're working on linear income, and they don't see the advantage of leveraged income to get them to their goals and dreams, not the right partner. They can stay, making linear income. They can stay on that path. Not a big deal. You're not trying to transform people into what you're looking for. You're just trying to find people that already fit that mold or model and bring them into our community. Also, the age-old question, production versus distribution. An insurance agent, financial advisor, a single producer can get a head start on somebody building distribution. And that head start can last for a period of time. But ultimately, finally, when the distribution model catches up and surpasses the production, not even close. Distribution will outpace production on a 10-to-1 basis over time. So you can be the best insurance agent, the best financial advisor in the entire country. Your income is still going to be limited. On the distribution model, not only is your income not limited, it's leveraged, it grows, but you also have an exit strategy where it's not going to have to be on you forever the heavy-handed day-to-day activity. Remember, you're building a cash flow asset. Concentrate not on income. Yes, income is important, especially in the beginning, pay our bills, all the things we need to do. But ultimately, the cash flow asset is the best asset that you can build for yourself because it always pays you. Remember, you're appreciating an asset like a stock. You have to be right on the direction of the price, and you have to be right on the timing. So remember, a cash flow asset is the best asset you can build. This is a great cash flow asset opportunity. So let's just go back, and we've used this example before. If someone is 49 years of age and they're making $72,000 a year and they're cash flow neutral to slightly positive, and they want to replace what they have currently they make, and they want to retire in 16 years, that's going to take about $2 million. Well, if they have basically no positive cash flow on a monthly basis on their expenses versus their income now, what's the probability over the next 16 years they're going to accumulate $2 million to fund this retirement? I say it's next to zero. Now, on the ultimate side, what if we look at building something where we can generate $6,000 a month? Remember, $100,000 in passive income is equivalent to having $2.5–3 million in the bank. So what's easier for people to do? Come in and build a business on the part-time or accumulate $2 or $3 million over the next 15 years when they haven't saved anything through the first 40 or 50 years? So understand the opportunity that we have. And once again, be solutions-based. What we have, if somebody's willing to work for it, is an excellent retirement solution. And going back to the product side, we always want to throw this into the Wednesday meeting. Remember, there's 3 things that can happen to you through the life cycle. You can die young, you can get sick or you can get hurt, you can live a long life. We've got strategies, vehicles that we can put into place to help the client side that can be an answer or a reaction to anything that happens. Then planning for the future, really three things you have to take into consideration for the client is time, taxes, and market risk. How long is it going to take to reach my goal? What are my tax implications? And how does market risk come into the equation or the picture? Remember, market risk over the next 8 to 10 years is very, very high in my opinion. There's a lot of factors. We don't have time to go into it right now that can contribute to that forecast. But ultimately, if you're in your mid-50s right now, you cannot 5, 6, 7 years from now absorb a 30, 40, 50% market crash. It's going to devastate your standard of living for retirement. So understand solutions-based marketing, strategies, systems, strategies. That's what we're talking about. And then on the front end, living benefits. So sudden loss of income. 59% of the people would feel it in a year or less. 6 months, 61%, 1 month, 23%, and 15% of the people surveyed would feel it in 1 week. So if people don't have $400 for an emergency, which the average American family mostly does not, how in the world are they going to withstand severe income disruption? So remember, insurance is not an impulsive buy. Nobody wakes up in the morning, jumps out of bed and says it's a great day to buy insurance, but people also don't want to wake up and say, hey, it's a great day to file bankruptcy, to be foreclosed on, have my spouse leave me because of money matters. You're the professional. We're not berating or belittling people. Well, you are positively, we call it politely confrontational, because we are pushing people to get things done they need to get done that can secure their standard of living, give them a fighting chance during these particular periods of time. 1.7 million bankruptcies filed last year due to medical issues. Never think that what you do is insignificant. You're saving people from financial destruction. And you're also giving them a price point that is incredible compared to what the open marketplace does. If you add up the traditional basket of supplemental products versus our one product, it's not even close. At 50 years of age, for a 20-year term, for somebody in good health, it's $104 per month versus putting that basket together of $752. So our business model on the partner side, we're consolidating the way that these financial services agencies, and we're changing the way these financial services agencies are built, operate, and managed. But also there's a product revolution cycle on the client side that allows you guys to go out, service the client in a new way with a new product that can get a lot done with a minimal monthly obligation, one debit, one policy, easier to understand than 7 or 8 policies, 7 or 8 debits, $300, $400, $500, $600 coming out of the checking account. We're halfway through the year. Keep your discipline. Over the summertime, it gets easier to check out. The weather's nice. We go to the lake. We go to the beach. We do the family reunions. Just understand, just like the 12-week year, trying to get more done than everybody else. Same thing here. If you push through the summer, you have activity, you do what you need to do, not only will it have great near-term effects for you, but it'll set you up for a great fall and winter and an excellent back half of the year. A person can get used to doing anything through time, good or bad. Remember, we talk about the brain loves habits. So you can get used to not working at all. And if you find people that have been out of work for a while, it's very easy to stay in that pattern. If you find people that are not working hard, very easy to stay in that pattern. On the other side, 180-degree opposite, if you start to work hard, your partners start to work hard, you develop that habit and you continue to work hard. So remember, you can get used to doing anything. You put positive changes in your life, everything else around you starts to change. An amazing year, guys, is nothing more than amazing days compounded. So an example that I learned, I think it was a Wealth Wave conference, is you don't have to put a pot on a top on the pot of crabs. When one gets close to the top, the others pull it back down. So if you've got crabs in your life, you need to get rid of them. Whether it's on the personal side, the business side, they're holding you back. You need to read differently, think differently, partner differently, watch what happens. And this just simple things. Accountability, do it, understand it, use it, hire up. Don't prejudge because of their success. You heard Bill Mitchell last night if you're on the Tuesday night call, he's already got a multi-million-dollar business. He sees this. So understand, just because somebody else already has a successful business earning 7 figures does not mean they won't be attracted to this business model. The CRM, brains of our operation, the glue that holds it all together, virtual financial tracks, learn how to digest that information, keep it simple to explain it to yourself, so when it's your turn to explain it to other people, it'll make sense. Know when to cut loose, whether it's early, whether they get in the company, wherever it is, if it's not working, cut loose. We're so far ahead of the industry. Now is the time to capitalize. The next 5 years is a huge growth opportunity in the overall company cycle. Mirror that with some activity from your side, and you can really get on the coattails of this growth and create a nice multiplier effect. World's yours, guys. All you've got to do is take action, go out there, make it happen. If you guys have anything that you need to talk about privately, if you're working, we're more than willing to spend time to work with you. If you've got questions about your partners, your team building, your marketing, whatever it is that you need, we're here to help you. We're going to start introducing some more tools this summer that can hopefully help you guys automate some of the process, spend your time on more effective activities once that automation is put into place. I'm going to go turn it back over to Lana. If you guys have anything publicly you want to talk about, by all means, she'll open up the floor for you.
Wow, another great training by Mike Amos. Thank you so much, Mike. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording, and then we'll open up the floor.